working real good. I love the variability I've got with it, being able to set it down and tilt. A lot of times if you got boxes that are over a hill, you can't get to it, but with this, I can set it down and I can tilt it, so I can get boxes on the backs of a hill. I can get them out of a valley, if they're stuck in a valley. It's the variability is fantastic with it. So everything's working great.
Precise Manufacturing's bin hauler is engineered and designed with growers' fruit in mind. The bin hauler lays down so that the angle of impact that the box sees is minimal. This allows the bin to easily come up the rails without racking the box or having to push it on with the bin behind it, and allows the least amount of shock to the fruit and the bin. This bin hauler is very versatile, as it has infinite positions of angle available to get the bins out of the toughest spots in the orchard. This is accomplished by picking up the front as high as needed with the axles in the full up position or anything in between. The build of this box hauler is first class. With quality in mind, it is designed for rugged use. With the solid 3-inch axle attached to solid 1.5-inch walking beams with all the spindles and hubs machined through and welded in place, all on Timken tapered roller bearings, the years of trouble-free use are sure to surpass that of any other bin hauler on the market. The bearings and sprockets in this application are wear items, as they are not designed to run in the mud and dirt. With this in mind, we have made the components, whether it be front or back, easily replaceable. 4 bolts, undo the chain master link, and you are out and on your way. Replacement parts are always on the shelf and in stock. Whether it be a component or assembly, you'll be up and running in no time. If you're sick of never having enough movement to get your chains tight and always using half links, worry no more. We have over 3 inches of travel in our chain tension assembly that will allow you to remove multiple links if your chain stretches and you're trying to get the last bit of life out of it.
So we have the greasable wheel bearings, which you just pop your cap off for your easy lube, and the greaser is right here. This allows the bearings to get greased fully from the inside. We have our greaser in our hole where it comes through and comes in between the bearings there, so no need to remove the wheel and pack the bearings each year. We have a to tension, we tension all up front, not in the rear. We have about 3.5 inches of travel. This plate and the motor is all allowed to move at once, so you can tighten the motor independently of the drive, and if you adjust the drive, then you don't affect the hydraulic motor tensioning. These here, you undo the 4 bolts and release your chain. If you have a problem with your bearings, you take this out, go right to your bench so you can work on it. You don't have to drive the shafts out through holes or anything. The same is true for the rear tails. You just remove the 4 bolts, undo the chain, and this whole assembly is ready to go to the bench to be worked on and replaced. So nothing, no need to hammer and drive on a shaft that's frozen up in there on the piece. We use a mechanical lock for the box lock. It is actuated on this cam here, and the last inch of the cylinder stroke allows the lock to be enabled and to come up into the full lock position. And if this is not needed, we just loosen the spring collar or remove the pin, and the grower can choose not to use it. We use a solid 3-inch axle, which is brought all the way through our weldment, and everything is solid. There's no pipe or tube. All axles are brought all the way through and then welded on both sides. The pivot of the walking beam is again, wheel bearings is dual tapered Timken roller bearings, so very easily to be replaced if needed. Our front hinge assembly is unique. It allows the whole front of the box hauler to lay within 3 inches of the ground, whether you're picking on it or using it to just reduce the angle where you pick up the box. We also could use it as a conventional box hauler and just set your tongue height and then just use the axles to fold out and then decrease the angle of where you approach into that box. It gives you a lot of flexibility whether you're in the field or on the pad, as far as getting it in and out of dips out in the field.